Okay. Well, kia ora koutou, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure many of you will have already heard the very exciting news that we've got the Reverend Jeremy Woods joining us on our ministry and staff team here at St George's. We announced it via email and at the AGM last night, and I have to say it was extremely well received. But we thought it would be good for all of us just to, hear Jeremy speak. This way, everybody gets to hear the same thing at the same time. And maybe just fill out a few areas that we haven't already spoken about. So I'm going to begin, and I just want to say straight away that we're delighted. I'm personally delighted that we have Jeremy with us, but I want to stress from the outset that it's not just Jeremy. We have Buzzy, his good wife, and also children Rita May and Sienna. Many of you will know them, but we are welcoming the whānau, and I always think that's incredibly important in ministry. It's not just about the priest, whoever the priest is. So yeah, great welcome warm welcome for Buzzy and the kids. Just want to say a few words as well about the basic outline of this. Jeremy is currently at St John's Theological College, finishing off studies. So Jeremy will begin on June the 1st. And in a part-time capacity. And part-time, we're going to take that week by week so that it doesn't interfere and allows space for Jeremy to finish his studies in a way that's not too pressurized. But obviously it will mean that he can contribute more to St George's. He's been on placement for the last 3 years, again, as many of you will know. So there is space for more contribution, but then that will take us through to December the 1st, and on December the 1st, Jeremy will be full-time priest. His title at the moment is deacon assistant for non-Anglicans. You kind of get ordained. There's a two-part process to ordination. So at the moment, Jeremy is deacon assistant. He was meant to be fully priested, to be priest at last November, but that, like many other things, got COVID cancelled. That's been discussed and negotiated by the bishops. And then Jeremy will be the priest assistant. So that's got all those sort of formalities out the way. I just want to say a personal thing about why I'm delighted. This has been a journey. I personally have always had a particular kind of person in mind. And I guess the most important thing is that we can work together in a way that's collaborative and harmonious. But also from a priest perspective, somebody who gets the cultural landscape has always been very important to me, because I think it's important that the church gets this. And without being in any way derogatory, I'm not sure that's always been our greatest strength. So it was really important for me that somebody who understands the cultural landscape, which, as we know, has undergone a paradigm shift in the past couple of years, and I expect it to continue shifting. And then not only that, but then knows how to communicate the good news of the gospel into that cultural landscape. And I would say that that's, for me, one of Jeremy's greatest strengths. So I always thought that'd be great if Jeremy was at St George's, but that was probably never going to happen because of Wellington. It belongs to the Wellington Diocese, which Jeremy will explain now. But God's been at work and doors have opened, and we've not tried to contrive them in any way. We've just prayerfully see where this leads, and it's led to this. So that's me, Jeremy. Welcome, mate. Great to have you. So tell the St George's people and beyond anything that you would like to speak about.
Kia ora, Josh, and kia ora, St George's whānau. Well, thanks for your kind words, firstly there, Josh. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey, as Josh has mentioned, and off the bat, I want to acknowledge my wife Buzz, who has been pretty keen to get back to Wellington over the last few years, but over last year, her father's health, who lives on Great Barrier Island, has been declining, and when we kind of discussed what was most important for us in this season, being near family, and her being there and being able to spend however long he has left to be a support to her family, to be able to spend time with her dad, and and so it felt like returning to Wellington at the stage was going to be perhaps a little bit premature, and so we began sort of this journey of exploring what it might look like to stay, and Josh had put a sort of a tentative invitation out for us to consider St. George's, and we had said no. Still feeling a strong sense of commitment and loyalty to the Wellington Diocese, and wanting to honour the relationship there and a sense of calling there. So we're kind of in a bit of a liminal space where we feel for the foreseeable future that we are to be in Auckland, with the intent of returning at some point to the Wellington Diocese. So in conversations with our bishops, they have graciously extended the possibility for us to be on loan to St. George's for the foreseeable future, so that we can be here in Auckland, be close to family, and also to put their hand to the plough and get involved in ministry. And St. George's has always been, we've felt really blessed to be part of the community over the last 3 years, and it's been a really great fit for us. It's been a blessing for us as a family, and so we've really enjoyed being here. And I feel like I have grown, and feel like I've got lots to learn in this space, and really enjoy Josh's heart to really drive down into the heart of things, and to seek what it means to follow Jesus in this time, in this place. And yeah, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this opportunity, and as Josh had mentioned, starting very soon in a part-time capacity, however that looks, as I continue to finish off my studies, and looking forward to hopefully getting ordained at some point in the near future, but that will leave that up to the bishops to negotiate that. So we're excited. We're excited about the possibilities, and however long this season is, we're up for it. So yeah, and thank you for the opportunity, and for all the encouragement this community has given us.
Thanks, Jeremy. Trying to think what to add to that. I think the fact that we've got it as the foreseeable future, I think we should add to people that we're not talking 3 months or 6 months. We're talking a little bit longer than that. But I think one of the strengths of this, and I really mean that, I think the pandemic and COVID, if we've all learned one lesson, it's that we can think ahead. We can even be strategic for the strategic types. But it showed us that we're not totally in control of this. And I think for us as faith-based people, it's a reminder that we hold things lightly, but we hold them with God. And I truly believe that more than I've ever known it. I think that's the lesson that's been most sharpened, is to let God be God, follow the leading of the Spirit, and see where it leads, and not try to get too ahead of ourselves, because I think then we are leaning on our own understanding and not on God's. And I'm always heartened by processes where you do that and you don't try and contrive it, you don't try to push it or manipulate it in any way. You literally go, okay, we sense the Spirit's leading, let's test it just to that point. And if the door opens, and that's been part of this process, as you know, Jeremy, and that's very much how we are approaching. Certainly I'm approaching that. This is how we will carry on. We'll just, let's go with this, see where it leads. And whatever the foreseeable future is, I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever that you, Buzzy, Rita May, and Sienna are going to be part of bringing kingdom value, beautiful value, and seeds will be sown, and the shape of St. George's and the heart of St. George's will be better for having you guys with us. And that's good enough. That's good enough for me, because then we're leaving it to God's providence. Yeah.
So I'll just add, if you want us to stay longer, then pray for Buzzy's dad's health. That's what I'll say. But I just want to acknowledge you, Josh, and I think it's going to be a really blessing for me and for us to come alongside you and to learn from the richness of this community, and hopefully we can bring something as well. Continue to bring what we bring, and hopefully more of it. So
yeah, and absolutely, Jeremy. Good growth, good learning is always reciprocal. It's never a one-way traffic. So yeah, everything feeds into everything. So I will leave it at that. We don't want this to be too long a video. We just thought it would be great for, as I say, everyone just to hear the nuts and bolts of this, but the real heart of it and the spirit of it, and to hear from Jeremy himself. So yeah, thank you, Lord. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Buzzy, for your part in this journey. And we're just very excited to see where this leads. Thanks for joining us, Jeremy. And
Thank you.
I'll catch you again.
Bless you, everyone.
See you on Sunday.